If you own a truck, you already know the truth. The difference between a rig that feels effortless and a rig that feels like a daily fight is almost never horsepower. It's the little upgrades, the smart ones. The ones that save you from a blowout you never saw coming, a trailer that starts swaying for no reason, or the classic nightmare, you pull into a job site, and the tool you need is buried at the very front of the bed. So today, you're getting 30 genius truck gadgets that take your rig to another level. Not gimmicks, not as seen on TV. Real products you can actually buy. Some are budget-friendly, some are premium, wow, upgrades. And a few of these feel like they should have been factory standard years ago. Let's get into it. Safety and awareness upgrades. 1. TST507 Series TPMS Tire Pressure Monitoring System. Blowouts don't usually happen out of nowhere. They build up quietly. Low pressure, heat, and a slow leak you never notice until it's too late. That's why a TPMS like the TST507 series is such a game changer. It monitors tire pressure and temperature, and when something goes wrong, it can alarm and lock onto the problem. Tire, so you know exactly where the issue is before it becomes a roadside disaster. 2. Garmin OTR710 Truck GPS plus Dash Cam. Right now, you're looking at the ultimate two birds, one mount upgrade. The Garmin OTR710 is a trucking GPS with a built-in dash cam, a 7-inch. Touchscreen and custom truck routing, but one of the smartest features is the arrival. Planning. It can include aerial views of loading docks so you're not guessing where you're supposed to go in a tight yard. 3. Furion Vision S Wireless Camera System. Backing a trailer into a narrow spot can feel like threading a needle in a hurricane. The Furion Vision S system gives you a high-res monitor and the ability to run multiple camera angles designed to reduce blind spots and make reversing safer. Some setups even include cameras with night vision and wide viewing angles, which is exactly what you want when you're maneuvering in the dark or rain. 4. Diode Dynamics SS 3SAE/D OT pod lights. If you drive early mornings, late nights, dusty job sites, or back roads, good lighting isn't a luxury. It's a safety tool. The Diode Dynamics SS3 pods are genius because they're built around purpose-designed optics and come in functional patterns like SAE fog and SAE driving with a durable housing and proper connectors for real-world use. In other words, these aren't just bright, they're usable. 5. Noco Boost Pro GB150 3000A Jump Starter. There's a special kind of pain that comes from a dead battery when you're far from help or on a schedule you can't break. The Noco Boost Pro GB150 is a portable lithium jump starter rated at 3000 amps, built to jumpstart gas engines up to 9.0 liters and diesels up to 7.0 liters, and it's designed for rugged, real truck life. This is one of those tools you buy once, and then you wonder how you ever lived without it. Connectivity and anti-theft. 6. WeBoost Drive Reach OTR Cell Signal Booster. If you've ever lost signal right when you needed directions, a dispatch update, or just a quick call home, you already know why this matters. The WeBoost Drive Reach OTR is built for trucks and large vehicles, and it's designed to run at the maximum power the FCC allows, improving calls and data across major U.S. carriers. The genius part is simple. It turns dead zones into usable zones, especially on long routes. 7. Landair C54 Real-Time GPS Tracker. Here's a gadget most people only think about after something goes missing. The Landair C54 is a small GPS tracker with a strong magnet and weather-resistant design built for vehicles, trailers, and equipment. Depending on settings, it can provide fast updates and runs through an app-based platform, which makes it a serious option for tracking assets that matter. 8. Amp Lock Ball Coupler Lock Flat Lip Design. Trailer theft is brutally simple. Hook up and disappear. That's why a heavy-duty coupler lock is one of the most underrated rig upgrades on the planet. The Amp Lock Ball Coupler Lock Flat Lip Design is designed for a precise fit on straight lip. Ball couplers with a quick push and lock system and heavy-duty construction meant to resist Tampering. It's the kind of protection that works while you're asleep. 9. Cat clamp. Catalytic converter. Anti-theft. If you drive a truck that thieves like, catalytic converter theft can be a real risk. The cat clamp approach is genius because it's basically a cable cage system that surrounds the converter with aircraft-grade wire rope and anchors it to the vehicle, creating a job that takes too long for most thieves to want to deal with. 10. Pop and lock. Power tailgate lock. A tailgate is basically a door to your gear, and on a lot of trucks it's still shockingly easy to open. A pop and lock power tailgate lock mounts inside the tailgate and can tie into your truck's power locking system. So when you lock the doors, the tailgate locks too. That's a simple idea, with a massive payoff if you carry tools, recovery gear, or anything expensive in the bed. Towing and hauling control. Now let's talk about the upgrades that make towing feel less like stress and more like control. 11. CURT Echo Mobile Wireless Brake Controller. Most brake controllers live under the dash. This one lives in your pocket. The CURT Echo Mobile is a Bluetooth trailer brake controller that syncs with your smartphone, turning your phone into the interface. The genius part is the portability. 1. Controller can move between vehicles without a full hardwired install, which is perfect if you tow with more than one setup. 12B and W tow and stow adjustable ball mount. If you tow different trailers, you've probably played this game. Wrong drop, wrong ball, wrong day. The B&W tow and stow is genius because it's adjustable with pins, letting you raise or lower for level towing. And when you're done, it stows under the vehicle so it's not sticking out like a shin-destroying weapon. 13. Anderson weight distribution hitch. No sway, no bounce. Trailer sway is one of those problems that can go from mildly annoying to white knuckle. Panic in seconds. The Anderson weight distribution hitch is rated for heavy loads, up to 16,000 pounds GTWR, and 1,600 pounds tongue weight depending on setup, and it's designed to reduce sway without classic leverage bars. The genius feature is how it aims for stability with a simpler, less clunky approach than old-school systems. 14. Airlift LoadLifter 5000 Air Springs Airbags. A truck squatting under load doesn't just look bad. It changes steering feel, braking, headlight, aim, and overall control. The Airlift LoadLifter 5000 kits are designed to level your truck under load with models, offering up to 5,000 pounds of load leveling capacity and adjustability, often in ranges like 5 to 100 psi depending on kit. That adjustability is what makes it feel genius. You tune the ride for the job. 15. Genwe Traveler Torsion Flex Hitch. If you've ever felt that brutal towing chuck, the surging, bucking, and shock transfer, this is the upgrade you'll understand instantly. GENY's Torsion Flex concept uses heavy-duty rubber torsion components designed to absorb shock and reduce the force transfer between truck and trailer. In plain terms, it aims to make towing smoother, reduce fatigue, and make the whole rig feel more composed on rough roads. BED and CARGO organization. Next up, the gadgets that save you time every single day because they fix the most annoying part of owning a truck. Access. 16. Decked drawer system. A truck bed is huge, but without organization, it becomes a black hole. The decked drawer system gives you full bed-length drawers and a load floor above, built to take serious weight. Decked even lists setups with a deck rated to handle up to 2,000 pounds on top while gear stays locked and organized underneath. The genius feature is simple. You get your bed back without sacrificing cargo capability. 17. Bedslide 1000 Classic. This is one of those inventions that feels obvious once you see it. A Bedslide 1000 Classic turns your bed into a giant sliding tray with models built for up to 1,000 pounds capacity and around 75% extension so you can reach gear safely without climbing into the bed like it's an obstacle course. Genius doesn't always look fancy. Sometimes it just saves your back. 18. Undercover swing case. Swing out bed toolbox. If your bed corners are filled with small stuff you constantly need, straps, gloves, tools, this one is a cheat code. The undercover swing case mounts in the bed and swings out over the tailgate, giving you easy access. And when you need the full bed, it can lift off quickly. The genius feature is turning dead space into fast access space. 19. Retrax PRO-XR, retractable tonneau plus T-slot rails. A tonneau cover is great until you want to mount racks, carriers, or gear above it. That's why the Retrax PRO-XR stands out. It's a retractable cover built with durable aluminum slats, but the genius feature is the T-slot rail system that supports rack accessories while keeping a low-profile, lockable cover over your bed. Secure underneath, modular on top. 20. Diamondback HD, heavy-duty bed cover. This one is for the people who actually use their trucks like trucks. The Diamondback HD isn't just a cover, it's a lockable, heavy-duty platform with published ratings like 1,600 pounds dynamic and 2,000 pounds static, depending on model. That means you can carry serious gear on top while keeping expensive cargo locked underneath. It's part bed cover, part armored deck, recovery and off-road self-rescue. Now we're entering the category that separates adventure from getting rescued. Because the best recovery gear isn't about looking tough. It's about being able to get yourself out. 21. Worn Xeon 10S, 10,000-pound winch. A winch is the ultimate, I'm not stuck, I'm just delayed tool, if you buy a real one. The Worn Xeon 10S is rated for a 10,000-pound single-line pull and includes 100 feet of 3/8-inch synthetic rope. The genius feature here is reliability under load. When you're on a muddy incline and the clock is ticking, you want proven pulling power. 22. Factor 55. Flat Link E, closed system winch shackle mount. Most winches come with a traditional hook. This upgrades the entire safety equation. The Factor 55 Flat Link E replaces the conventional hook with a stronger shackle mount and folds into a low profile when not in use. The genius part is the closed system idea, a better connection method that's designed to be more secure and cleaner than a dangling hook setup. 23. RB Twin Motor, onboard air compressor, CKMTA12. An air system is like carrying capability in a box. The ARB Twin onboard compressor is rated up to 150 psi, is built for high performance, and lists airflow figures like 6.16 CFM at 0 psi, with a heavy-duty design aimed at real use. The genius feature is versatility. Tires, air tools, air lockers, blowing out dust. This is self-sufficiency. You can hear. 24. MaxTrax MKII recovery tracks. If you've ever been stuck in sand, snow, or mud, you already know traction is everything. The MaxTrax MKII boards are built from reinforced, UV-stabilized nylon and designed to bite and grip in rough conditions. The genius feature is speed. Instead of digging for an hour, you place the boards, drive out, and get back to the mission. 25. Yankum Ropes Kinetic Recovery Rope. Here's the difference between a basic tow strap and a proper kinetic rope. A kinetic recovery rope is designed to stretch and store energy, then release it to help pull a stuck vehicle out more smoothly. Yankum specifically describes stretch capability up to around 30% for their kinetic recovery rope, which is exactly what creates that controlled slingshot recovery effect when used correctly. And yes, use the right recovery points. This is one category where doing it almost right can get dangerous fast. Long-haul comfort and self-sufficiency. Now for the part that turns a truck from transportation into a place you can actually live and work from. 26. Dometic CFX3 Portable Fridge Freezer. Finding decent food on the road shouldn't feel like a scavenger hunt. The Dometic CFX3 series is genius because it's a true compressor fridge freezer built for mobile life, and it can be monitored and controlled through the Dometic app. That means you can keep essentials cold, plan meals, and stop wasting money on gas station food that barely qualifies as food. 27. EcoFlow Delta II Portable Power Station. Power is freedom, especially when you're running devices, tools, or a mini setup at camp or in a sleeper. The EcoFlow Delta II delivers a published 1,800 watts AC output, can run multiple devices, and includes features like overload handling via X-Boost for certain higher wattage loads, and Charging speed is part of the appeal. EcoFlow highlights fast recharging capabilities for practical off-grid use. 28. Webasto Air Top 2000 STC Diesel Air Heater. Cold nights are one thing. Idling your truck all night just to stay warm is another. The Webasto AirTop 2000 STC is designed for cab and bunk heating without constant idling, delivering up to 7,000 BTU per hour with low fuel consumption listed around 0.03 to 0.06 gallons per hour. The genius feature is comfort that protects your fuel budget and reduces unnecessary engine runtime. 29. Truck Snoozer by Highway Hammocks. In-cab hammock. Most people think sleeping in a day cab means slumping across seats like a pretzel, and then they see this. The Truck Snoozer is an in-cab hammock designed to fit across the cab fast. Highway Hammock says it fits in under 10 seconds by trapping the ends over the doors. The genius feature is obvious. It creates a real rest option when you're delayed, stranded, or simply too tired to keep going. 30. Fumoto F106N Oil Drain Valve, tool-free oil changes. And finally, the gadget that saves you from the messiest, simple job in truck ownership. A Fumoto oil drain valve replaces your drain plug and becomes a permanent oil changing solution designed for tool-free, mess-reducing drain control. The genius part is the payoff. Over time, fewer stripped threads, less spilled oil, and faster service, especially if you're maintaining a work truck that lives on the road. Quick recap. The Start Here picks. If you're wondering where to start, here's a simple way to think about it. Want the biggest safety upgrade? TPMS plus a good camera system. Want the biggest towing upgrade? Brake control plus load leveling. Want the biggest never get stranded upgrade? A jump starter plus recovery basics. Want the biggest daily life upgrade? Bed organization and a real power comfort. Setup. Now tell us in the comments, which gadget should be standard on every truck from the factory? Because some of these feel less like accessories and more like missing features. Thank you for watching today's Tech New video. If you find these truck gadgets useful, remember to hit the like button and subscribe to see more shocking content. Share your thoughts about these inventions in the comments section below. See you next time.